Hello, my name is Anushka Janju, and I just want to tell you that your channel is just amazing. Your explanations are superb, interesting, and with your videos, I don't have any doubts left in my mind. Your videos are just fun way to learn. Thank you so much, and keep posting your videos.
Let's begin with a new chapter in physics today, and that is matter. Now children, when we start with a lesson of matter, it is necessary that you have some idea about what exactly matter is. Now the book that is there in front of you is matter. The pencil that you must be holding in your hand the way I have held is matter. The bed or the couch where you are sitting is matter. The air you are breathing in is also matter. You yourself is also matter. So what is this matter? Everything that you can see around yourself, that you can touch, is all matter. So children, matter is something which you can see, you can touch, and you can also feel, is all termed to be matter. Matter can be defined as anything that has mass and occupies certain space. Now it means children, when I take this pencil in my hand, it has some weight, right? It has certain mass, right? So right now mass you can understand as weight in simple terms, but mass is different from weight. Secondly, if I place it over here on the book, it has covered certain area, certain space of my book. So that means matter is something which has mass and occupies space. Now, once we understand that everything that is around us is all different types of matter only, children, then what is this matter made up of? Matter is made up of very small particles, children, which are termed to be atoms. Atoms are the smallest particle of matter. Now let's see the definition of matter from your book, children. Matter is that which has weight and will occupy space. Most of the things that we see around us are all different types of matter. Now children, matter you have been studying and you have been seeing from your previous class onwards, children. You were told about the states of matter. Remember, there are 3 states of matter, children, and that is solid, liquid and gas. So these are the 3 states of matter. But on the whole, what is something? Matter is something which has weight. That is, it has mass, it has weight in it. And anything that has mass, children, will obviously has weight. You have a lot of mass in your body, that is why you have certain weight. And when you sit on a chair, you lie down on a bed, you occupy the space also. For a long time, there were 2 thoughts about matter. Some believed matter to be a continuous like a block of wood, whereas the others thought that matter was made up of particles like sand, right? So in the beginning, in the initial years when scientists were trying to study about matter, they had different views and opinions about matter. Now in order to confirm that matter is continuous or it is in the form of a particles, let's do an activity. Now this activity all of you can perform it in your home, children. You take a glass of water. They have taken beaker. You can take a glass of water and take 2 or 3 spoons of salt or sugar. Put it into the water and stir it. Stir it means to mix it. After some time, what will you see, children? You will see that the particles of salt, or if you're taking sugar, the particles of sugar or salt have got disappeared. Now where have they gone? They got mixed into the water. We say that they have got mixed into the water. If you take a sip of this water, children, it will either have a salty taste or a sweet taste depending upon what you have mixed. So where have these particles gone and settled? The salt particles have occupied the space between the water molecules. That means there was some space between the water molecules that was free, and that is where the salt particles have gone and have adjusted. Thus, matter is not continuous. What is matter? Matter is made up of still smaller particles which are known as atoms. And atoms together join to form what is known as molecules. Now have a look at this picture, children, over here. It is showing you that there was this is showing you, children, the molecules. So in between the molecules we can see some empty spaces, and this is what is the condition found in liquids such as water, where the salt or the sugar particles will go and adjust. Now let's see the next thing, children. Matter is composed of what is known as elements. Now, like, children, I can divide any word. If I take, suppose, this element, or if I take a simpler word like book. If I write a word book, children, I can divide it into still the alphabets that are there. I can divide it into B, O, and K, because these are the alphabets that are together making this word that is book. Similarly, children, in order to make matter, it contains the small things which are known as elements. Now, as you can divide book into the 4 alphabets, but you cannot divide B. If I ask you to divide B further, can you divide? No, it is not possible to divide B further. Why? Because that is the smallest thing that is possible. Similarly, children, elements are there. So, elements will together make up what is known as matter. An element is a substance which cannot be subdivided into 2 or more simpler substances by any chemical means. That means, as you cannot divide B further, as you cannot divide O further, similarly, you cannot divide element further. So, elements together make up what is known as matter. But elements are made up of. What are elements made up of, children? Elements are made up of molecules or atoms. A substance of matter can be made up of same kind of elements. That means all the atoms or the molecules are of one element only. Or we can have 2 or more elements which will combine together. Like, we have a molecule of oxygen will contain only the atoms of oxygen. We have a molecule of carbon dioxide, it will contain the atoms of carbon as well as oxygen. So if matter is made up of only one kind of element, then the smallest unit of that is known as an atom. Now let's see what an atom is, children. An atom is defined as the smallest unit of an element. Now, matter is made up of element, and element is further made up of atom. Now, these atoms may or may not have independent existence. That means, at times you can find an atom existing all alone, or at the other times you will see them in the form of molecules. That means 2 or 3 atoms will join together to form what is known as molecule. But they will always take part in a chemical reaction. Now, whenever they are coming into a chemical reaction, children, always an atom will take an active part in a chemical reaction. For example, an atom of sodium. Now, when we write an atom of sodium, children, it consists of only one particular atom of sodium. Now, sodium is written as Na. This is how we write what is the formula of sodium. If matter is made up of 2 or more different elements, children, then the smallest unit is known as a molecule. Now, if we combine the atoms of the same element, then they are known as a molecule of an element. But if we combine the atoms of different elements, children, then they are known as a molecule of a compound. Now, this molecule, compound and all you will also be learning in chemistry. We see the next definition. A molecule is defined as the smallest unit of matter which has an independent existence. Now, atoms will combine to form a molecule, and these molecules will always exist independently. And they will have the complete physical and chemical properties of the matter. Whatever are the properties of matter can be seen in its molecule. For example, a molecule of water. Now a molecule of water is written as children H2O. Even when two or more atoms of the same kind combine, they form a molecule of an element, as I told you right now. Like for example, O2, that is a molecule of oxygen. H2 is a molecule of hydrogen. For example, one molecule of oxygen, children, how will you write one molecule of oxygen? You will write O2. That means one molecule of oxygen contains two atoms. An atom is the smallest part of an element which can take part in any chemical reaction or a chemical change. So this is it for the introduction video for today. I hope I have made myself very clear, and if you have understood it very clearly, please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you. So that's it for today's video, children. I hope I made myself very clear to you and you have understood each and every point that I have explained to you in today's video. If you have really understood, you know what is to be done. Please do like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And please hit the bell icon, because after that you will be notified with every new video that I'm going to upload. See you very soon with rest of the videos upcoming soon. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.